What's going on? Week 1, just a couple of days away. Finally, preseason football has come to its conclusion. And although I'm not a fan of an 18-game season, preseason football really doesn't do it for me at all. So annoying. Not even going to reflect on what happened in week 4 of preseason football because the Bills only scored 6 points for one. Starters didn't play that much, and it's preseason, so nobody cares. So that brings us to week 1. Bills playing the Chiefs at Kansas City, at Arrowhead. Not the best place to go on opening day. But we can go back and take a look at what happened last year. The Bills probably should have beat the Chiefs. I'm not going to say should have, but they had opportunities to do so. Fitz got picked off by Barry. Was that at the end of regulation? I can't remember. Close to the end of regulation where the Bills might have been able to kick a field goal. Might have been in overtime. I think in overtime, Fitz missed Spiller. Spiller had a linebacker down the sidelines. And Fitz just missed him by a yard or two. You know, they had chances to win that game in Arrowhead against relatively the same team. They still have relatively the same team, if not a better one, at least defensively. Because offensively, you're looking at Donald Jones starting at the number 2 wide receiver, and I'm slightly concerned about that. I know the coaching staff's pretty high on him. Fitzpatrick's pretty high on him. And that's good. You like to instill that confidence in these guys. But I only saw him play one preseason game, and he got knocked out. Mind you, I mean, he can't help that. But he hasn't played since then. You're going based solely on what you saw flashes of last season. And, I mean, he was like your number 5 or 6 receiver last year. Now he's your number 2. So the loss of Evans is huge. I mean, essentially, Johnson just becomes what Evans was. Now somebody like Donald Jones or Marcus Easley or David Nelson or Ruvell Martin somehow made the team. He has to step in and fill those shoes. You know, they have to step up and become this year's Steve Johnson, essentially. Can they do that? Sure. I don't know if they're as skilled. I think I like Easley. I think Easley played well in preseason. I don't think he's a bigger receiver. He's got decent speed as long as he's healthy. I think he gets in and out of his cuts and runs better routes than Donald Jones does. That's what I like about him more. But maybe he's not ready yet to play that number 2 spot. And that's fine. Just hope Donald Jones is. Because that's what I'm concerned about on the offensive side. And the line, obviously. Is the offensive line going to gel? Are they going to hold up? How will Gailey work Jackson and Spiller? I think Jackson's your starter. How much is he going to play? How many carries is he going to get versus Spiller? I think you're going to have Jackson getting more for the first 4 to 6, maybe even 8 weeks. And then after that, I think you're looking at Spiller sort of taking his fair share. I think it'll be 50-50 Jackson-Spiller by the end of the year, barring injury, of course. But I'm okay with that. You draft a guy 9th overall, he needs to come in and contribute at some point. He's better on pass protection. He's not great, but he's better. Spiller. Jackson's still a man to me. I mean, I trust him way more. One thing that's concerned me in preseason, by the way, is we get into these 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2 situations and come out shotgun, sometimes 5 wide receivers. That's a running situation. You're just not showing a lot of confidence in the line, I don't think. I mean, you know you're going to get a blitz. You got to force a quick decision. I just think 3rd and 1 should be a running down 9 out of 10 times. You should be able to pick up a yard on any given play via the ground. So they got to demonstrate that. Defensively, it's, you got to challenge the run defense. Say, hey, guys, are you for real? I mean, how much better are you than last year? Because last year you were terrible. We got some run stoppers in there now with Darius, Barnett, Morrison. Good pickup. Like that guy a lot. Wanted him since day one. Finally got him. Kelvin Shepherd. Don't know how much he'll play. Didn't get a lot of time, but these guys got to stop the run. It's plain and simple. Because Jamal Charles will just run absolutely wild if the Bills let him, which they usually do. Because last year that game didn't even feel that close. I know we were in overtime, we had chances to win, but Jamal Charles just got whatever the hell he wanted. Whatever he wanted. Bills can't let that happen. I think Dwayne Bowe is a good receiver, but overrated. Here come the Chiefs fans. How can you say that, man? He scored 15 touchdowns last year. He was hurt the year before a little bit. Then he had 1,000 yards the year before that. Should have had 1,000 yards in his rookie season, man. He's solid. I said he's good. I just think he's overrated. He scored 14 touchdowns in the first 9 games last year. I can't argue with numbers like that. But he scored 1 touchdown over the last 5. How many catches did he have in that playoff game you guys had? Oh, none. So he can be taken away. That's what I'm saying. The Ravens' corners aren't good. So if the Ravens' corners can take him away, the Bills' corners can't. I know the Ravens have a better run defense, and that, might allude to, better pass coverage. But maybe the Bills' run defense is improved. And I like McGee, McKelvin, Florence, even Aaron Williams over, I think they can handle it. Bowe only had 3 catches against the Bills last year for 16 yards. He had the touchdown. Okay, it could have been anybody. It was like a 1-yard touchdown pass. So, they can stop Bowe. Is Castle going to be healthy? That's a huge question, obviously. I think he's going to play. If they don't, they get Tyler Palko. And then I really, really like the Bills' odds if Tyler Palko plays. Because they can just stuff the box with 8 guys every time. Just load that box up and just stop Charles. Just focus on that. Make Tyler Palko beat you. Castle's consistent. How will that injury affect him? I'm not sure. Like I said, I think he'll play. Bowe, I don't foresee being too big of an issue. I'll give him a touchdown, sure. I'll give him a touchdown. And maybe 40, 50 yards. I mean, like I said, he can be taken away. Disappeared at the end of last season. Just disappeared. He had 1 good game in the last 6 or 7 weeks. Not afraid of Steve Breston, really. Kerry Colbert made a nice comeback like him, but not afraid of him, really. So, that's what it comes down to. Can the Bills stop the run? Can receivers who weren't all that good last year, young receivers, beat guys like Brandon Flowers? Can the defensive line block guys like Glenn Dorsey and Tamba Ali? That's what it comes down to. I want to see them establish a running game. They hardly ever do that. How will Brad Smith factor in? These are all questions that none of us know the answer to, and that's the beauty of it. So hopefully we'll be able to speculate more as the season goes on. But right now, the Bills are playing the Chiefs on Sunday, and we're all ready to go. Prediction time. Bills-Chiefs. I can see the Bills winning this game. I can also see the Bills getting blown out of the water, because sometimes they just don't show up. But I'm going to say, I'm going to pick the Chiefs. Don't want to start the season off on the wrong foot, but I'm going to pick the Chiefs because I'd rather be wrong in this situation. I don't think they're going to blow out the Bills by any means. But I'll say 21-16. There it is. 21-16 Chiefs. Hopefully, it'll mesh. The defense, Merriman, all those guys. Hopefully they'll be better, generate some pass rush. Offense, I think the offense is going to struggle. That's my point. 16 points, 3 field goals, and a touchdown. That's especially at Arrowhead on the road against a good defense with Dorsey and Ali, like I said. Don't want to go to 0-1. Like I said, I can see the Bills winning this game, guys. So don't get too depressed over what I pick because I'm wrong a lot anyway. What the heck? Let's end this video. Let's get to Sunday. We're at 11 minutes. This is ridiculous. If you came this far, I really appreciate it. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do that. I don't tweet all that much, but it's usually 95% of the time about football. And when I start tweeting, I just tweet for like a long time, but then I won't do it for a couple days. But my name is like the same as that name right there, my username. Add me on Facebook, whatever, I don't care. I'll add you. Just throw a little note in there that says, Greg, I watch your videos. Let's talk Bills, because that's what I love to do. That's what I want to do for a living, trying to do that. Chris Brown, if you're out there watching this video, get at me, all right? Guys, enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy your weekend. Marv Albert with the call for the Bills on Sunday with Rich Gannon. I'm pumped. Let's go Bills.